everyone to Carolina Wild Harvest. In this video we are going to be walking you through our spring 2021 garden plan. So exciting that spring is finally here again.
Almost here.
So what are we going to be doing, Ben?
Yeah, so we're going to walk you through, like we did in our spring plan for last year. We're going to show you our rocket pad sketch for our garden, and maybe talk to you about what we currently have out in the garden, what we've overwintered. We also have planted a few things out already, and then yeah, we'll show you kind of the space we've allotted for some of the other stuff we'll be planting out as well.
So this current map that we have is running through January and April-ish timeline. So whatever needs to be planted out in that time frame is going to be on here.
All right, so here is our sketch. So this is our gate closest to the house where we typically walk in. We currently do have a few brassicas still on this first row here, kind of where we have the peas. In that section we still have some kale, and I think even some bok choy as well. But you can see we plan to plant some peas there along the fence line. And this is some Orach spinach, or purple mountain lettuce, I believe. Mountain spinach. Yeah, so then we also have the Three Sisters plotted here. So that is our squash, our corn, and our pole beans. We're going to use the Three Sisters technique for those this year in the section where we grew a bunch of corn last year. And then we also have peanuts in that section. So this will be our first time trying to grow some peanuts. We're really excited about that because we love peanut butter and want to grow our own peanuts. So that's kind of the first section of the first row. So the second section of the first row, we currently have a bunch of lettuce. Like probably 200, 300 like plants of lettuce right there, which is great because we eat a lot of lettuce, and we're going to make use of it. But we do plan to plant tomatoes when those are ready to be planted out a bit later in the spring. So those will be going in, and the lettuce has been there for quite a few months now. We've overwintered it. We had some row protection, like a cover over the lettuce when we first planted it out, just to protect it from the cold. But yeah, that section's looking really good, and we're excited to get a bunch of our tomatoes out in that section as well. So what's in our next section?
Next section, we're going to be throwing in some carrots. Hopefully we'll have better luck with those this year, and we want to do a lot of them. We're also going to do some in bags as well, but we're also going to throw some out here, and that's just running the whole row, probably just a skinny little part of it, obviously. And then we're going to throw in flax, quinoa, and chia here. That is still set in stone, or it may change, I'm not sure. And then we have eggplant, and then that's, which spinach is that?
Bloomsdale.
The Bloomsdale spinach, yeah. That's planted out there now, actually. And then we do currently have Swiss chard right there, and some brassicas right here, I think.
Right, yeah, we do have a few brassicas there.
And then, and we're jumping over to this one, we have another whole little skinny row of brassicas. It was supposed to be just kale, but we got some things mixed up, and it's a bunch of different things.
My lack of labeling.
Thank you, Ben.
I think there's also some Swiss chard still over here as well. On that row, but yeah. And then garlic as well. So we have pretty much all of our garlic there in that row, which probably isn't ideal having the onions right below it, but we did try to separate those sections. There's a path there, but also some lettuce in there, and we plan to kind of harvest some of the top of the onions there. But yeah, so as you can see here, right below our garlic and brassicas and lettuce, we have a full onion section. A whole half of our main row is all onions. I think we have red onions and Egyptian walking onions as well. So yeah, then on the same row with the onions, back on the other side, we have I believe pretty much all of this is going to end up being brassicas, similar to the row below, but we wanted to save some space just in case we had more tomatoes or something else we wanted to plant out here. Alright, so we've got a brassicas section here with some older broccoli. I think that's been there for like 4 to 6 months, overwintered, and we also planted a few younger plants out early in the winter as well. Some purple sprouting broccoli, and I think maybe a normal broccoli or two as well. And then we have a Swiss chard section. We're gonna try our hand at Swiss chard again this year and hopefully give it a better start than we have in the past, because a lot of our Swiss chard has been really sad. Some of it's starting to look better now that it's about a year old in its second year of growth, but we've really never had first year Swiss chard that was successful. But then we also have a blank section here just for some of our extra plants, because we inevitably will have a lot of spare plants.
Yes.
So probably tomatoes or something else will go there. But then we also have the strawberry tomato section. So that's one of our favorite tomatoes, one of the cherry varieties.
Yes.
So we're going to try to do those again this year. And then let's see, below that row we have some rutabaga, as well as a kale section. I can't see what's written above the
Above
kale.
it is the radishes we just planted out.
Oh, yeah.
We have the Rudolph, the white icicle, and the hailstone radishes,
Right.
and they're just all over that row.
Yeah, they're all interplanted with all of the brassicas here, which can be a trap crop, I believe, for some of our brassica pests. So we'll see how that does. So right beside the kale, we've got some Brussels sprouts. I believe most of those have already been out for quite a while and overwintered. And we also have a purple cauliflower there in that section as well. So then beside that, we have some more brassicas. So this is like our entire brassica row. That's going to probably be some more kale or broccoli, stuff like that. And then some cauliflower below it. And then a pure broccoli section on the end there. So coming across our path in the middle here, we've got some Avon spinach, which we've already planted out. So hopefully that'll be sprouting for us soon. And then we also have some beets designated in this section as well. And on the end of this row, we kind of have a compost pile currently. So that once we kind of spread the compost, some of this will be available kind of as a extra space as well. So then on our last row here, actually I guess second to last, because strawberries are our last row, but the next row here we have some turnips. The turnips did really well for us over the winter. We did get some that cracked pretty bad when they got frozen and a lot of rain, but we really enjoyed the turnips, so we're going to do some more of those. We also have a blank space here above our rhubarb. I believe we currently have some red vein sorrel.
And there's kale in that area too.
And some kale, yeah, some scarlet kale there. But that'll kind of be some extra space as well. And then let's see, beside that, we're going to do our sweet corn section. So instead of having a bunch of our corn all together this year and getting cross-pollinated, we're going to try to do a dedicated spot for sweet corn because we really enjoy our sweet corn. And then we've got another Brussels sprout spot here, just in case we need some extra Brussels sprout spots. And then yeah, so the space over here, there is some extra garlic that didn't fit in the top section for the garlic here. We also have some extra strawberries. I think there's some lettuce and random stuff here. But this whole section, like we mentioned last year, is a bit more shaded than the rest of the garden. So we kind of tend to put lettuce and things like that over in this section, if we're running out of space. So our final row here is basically all strawberries. We did have some like watermelons and stuff growing within there last year, but we're trying to do the strawberries pretty big this year, and we'll probably be interplanting some borage as well, or borage, or however you don't want to say that. But yeah, so that's our plan so far for what we're going to be planting out over the next few weeks, and as we get into spring. And this will pretty much be what our garden looks like probably into the summer as well. But of course we're going to have a lot of extra plants and a lot of extra stuff to plant out. So we'll be doing some interplanting.
All right, there you have it. That is our general plan. Like Ben said though, we're gonna probably have extra plants that we're throwing in here and there. And I know we have like flowers and stuff, but this is just an idea. And make sure you guys watch out for our garden walk videos, our garden tours, and our harvest videos, so you can see all of this stuff grow over time and then we'll harvest it. It's going to be a fun time this year. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and we will see you next time.
Peace.